I believe there is a gap in the market for a realistic, content-rich simcade for all of those people interested in shipping and all things nautical. And if you want to know why I think Seafarer the ship sim perfectly fits that gap, then this is the review for you.
Ocean, where the dreams collide. Sim UK reviews take us on a ride.
Seafarer the ship sim from Astragon releases on Steam and the Epic Games Store on the 7th of October 2025, and it will do so in early access. Despite its early access status though, it is already very accomplished a title, and arguably in a more playable and finished state than many fully released games. Now, if you're not familiar with me, SimUK, very well, my desire for any simulator that I review is realism. Realism above all else, and I am extremely happy to be able to say that despite Seafarer's simcade status, it does have enough realism to keep the real sim fans like me engaged, but also manages to keep the complexity to a level that will allow anyone to pick it up and play it immediately. So if you're a sim fan and you want to know all of the best and worst features, then listen on to this review. If you're more of a casual player and you just want a yay or nay kind of review, then I wholeheartedly recommend Seafarer to anyone with an interest in shipping. That is, if your PC is powerful enough to play it. So do me a favour, hit that like button, and let's get stuck into this review. Seafarer the ship sim aims to provide a realistic setting for players to enjoy numerous areas of the shipping industry, from harbour patrols, shipping containers and firefighting duties. Seafarer is a simcade title, which basically means it's a simplified simulator. It's realistic, but not realistic to the point where you need to have extensive knowledge of the sea in order to operate safely. In time, as part of the early access development, Seafarer appears to be looking to offer players a career mode leading towards owning your own company in one of three specific areas: harbour patrol, shipping and firefighting. As great as this sounds, I do have some severe reservations about the way in which the career has been implemented thus far. And, as such, I will be making an additional video with my recommendations on how to make this already very great game 10 times better. So please, do keep an eye out for that, as I would love to hear your thoughts on my suggestions. Right now, it is a single player only experience, but multiplayer is definitely on the cards because it says so on the main menu. I don't yet know how multiplayer will be implemented, but I would like to think it will include the following features: the option for us each to own a company and sail our own vessels with AI crew. I'd also like the ability to join another person's company and sail with them on their ship whilst earning a wage. And, of course, we'd like to be able to both be working together for an NPC's company, earning a wage from them, either on the same ship or two independent ships. That would be wonderful, but we'll just have to wait and see what unfolds. Sadly, I wish I did, but I don't have a price for you, so I will estimate about £30 to £35, and in my humble opinion, that would be money well spent. The game is set on a fictitious map, which is pretty large and based on European geography. There are quite a lot of ports, small harbours and places of interest for you to discover and visit. Each harbour provides new and various specialist jobs, and between each of these ports the AI shipping is constantly on the move. There is a night and day cycle, and the weather system is dynamic, as are the waves. It's all powered by Nvidia's WaveWorks 2.0. Now, the boat physics are quite basic at the moment, good enough to be used and enjoyed to a point, but certainly not good enough to tick the box of any sim fan. We are a long way from that. Right now, boats cannot even sink. It is therefore very beginner friendly, with a touch of simulation thrown in, and it's my humble desire to improve the game by increasing the levels of available realism throughout, perhaps having an additional simulation mode, something which already partially appears to be implemented but certainly needs expanding. In real world terms, This is more CAD than sim, but even so, there is enough here to be enjoyable for both sets of players. However, there are some serious concerns around fuel usage, AI crew, and the economy/career system that currently exists. Far too much to talk about in this review, but please look out for my other video where I will explain all of that in great detail. So, after completing the initial tutorial, which I think can be skipped, you get to try, before you buy, between a cargo shipping ferry boat and a harbour force styled rib. Once you have picked your starting boat, sadly the ownership of it is ruined with the current job allocation system. 9 times out of 10, the jobs that you're offered don't even require you to own your own vessel. It is early access, and I hope the devs take on board my suggestions, and I hope to see significant changes in this area of the game in the future. However, thanks to the diverse number of roles that you can play and the ships that are currently available to you, it doesn't feel grindy at all. If anything, it's quite the opposite. I would say the pricing and pay structure at the moment makes it way too easy to buy huge ships, basically for the price of a single job, which might only take you 2 minutes to complete. This would potentially destroy the motivation that's there to keep going and keep leveling up and eventually being able to buy more ships and presumably eventually running your own company to some degree. Once again, there's a lot to discuss here, and I hope my suggestions are going to be considered. Graphically, I would say the game is excellent, especially the modelling of the ships. With numerous floors and rooms to explore, it is just fantastic. Now, these wonderful graphics do come at a cost. It's very, very demanding on your PC, but once dialed in, I must say, even on low-end machines, it's very nice to look at and hardly any graphical issues that I can mention. I have uploaded elsewhere a gameplay video recording on my low-end i5 RTX 3060 laptop at 1080p. It's unedited, but if you watch it through, you can see that once I got the graphics level dialed in, it was perfectly playable, looked pretty good, and it was enjoyable. Obviously, the higher spec that your PC is, the better it's going to look. Most of my gameplay footage is on my RTX 4070 Ti. Now, even with that, I only managed just over 30 frames per second at 4K on high settings. I couldn't play on Epic. So, at present, it is demanding, but hopefully this will improve a little over time. So to sum up, the graphics are demanding, yet rewarding, with special note for the electrical storms, which I enjoyed very much. Now, I learnt a long time ago that audio is the most important element for immersion. If it doesn't sound real, your brain knows it isn't, and therefore the immersion is gone. Whilst the audio here is decent, it's also seriously lacking and quite broken in many areas. Audio occlusion appears not to be implemented at all. An example of this is I can hear my drunken crew member talking to me over the noise from the engines when I'm 3 floors down. Radio chatter appears to be broken, and if it appears that I'm sailing with AI for any period of time, my audio seems to break repeatedly. Now, I'm not sure yet if that's been picked up on the video, but it's a horrendous mix-match, broken clatter of noise that doesn't go for a long time unless you can override it with another audio sound. It's quite a big problem.
It's great to have you on board. It just wouldn't be the same without you.
We have radio comms in the game, which is great, but they also need to be drastically improved, as do the NPC's dialogue. I'd love to have some useful information coming out of their mouths, like we've hit or reached a waypoint, or fuel is getting low. Things like this would be much better than, well, this.
Hello.
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 Reporting for duty.
Have you been drinking?
Ahoy. Hello.
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 Captain?
Yes,
Captain?
that's correct.
Captain?
Yes.
Captain?
This is what we've ascertained, yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Ahoy.
Ahoy there.
Ahoy.
All right.
Ahoy.
Okay, I don't think he's going to say anything else. All right, shut up, dude. So as I mentioned, the requirements on your PC are going to be quite high. I'm going to read out the PC requirements and I'll put them on screen for you. NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1060 6GB or AMD Radeon RX 580 8GB, Intel Core i3 12100F 3.3 GHz or AMD Ryzen's 3 3100 at 3.6 GHz. 16 gig of RAM, 64-bit Windows 10 minimum, DirectX 12 minimum, and that is the minimum requirements. The recommended is an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4070 12GB, which is interesting because I have a 4070 Ti and I couldn't play on Epic, or AMD Radeon RX 7950 at 16GB, and AMD Ryzen 9 7900 12-core or Intel equivalent, 64GB of RAM, 64-bit Windows 11, and again DirectX version 12. Now it's fair to mention that on the RTX 4070 I am playing it 4K and I'm recording 4K at 60 frames per second. So there are additional reasons why my performance perhaps didn't quite give me the best results. Sadly, the game does not support currently multiple external controllers or any external controllers other than an Xbox controller at present. Now, I'll be honest, I don't much like the default controller input setup either, but it is functional and should be adjustable from within the game. For some reason, I just couldn't get it to work and I ran out of time. Keyboard and mouse is probably slightly easier to play with than an Xbox controller, but you can't get past the ability to sit back and chill when using the controller. So if you're going to go down the controller route, I highly recommend turning your X-axis speed up to maximum straight away, otherwise you're going to get a little bit frustrated. So in essence, it is just plug and play. Anyone can get into the game, super quick, and it's super fun. Now, as mentioned, I do have another video with extensive information about the pros and cons of the game in its current state, but here for this review I'm just going to limit it to 3 positives and 3 cons. These are the things that I think are most important that you need to know before you purchase this game. So pros, the ship modelling is sublime and it could potentially improve further. Equally, I have to say that the harbours and the total environment, very nice indeed. Lots of lovely things to look at and lots of nice things to discover. And there's even a bit of wildlife out there if you're paying attention enough. The gameplay, even now, with hardly anything really exposed or totally finished, the gameplay here is brilliant. There's a lot of variety on offer and I absolutely love the detail that they've gone to on each of the roles that you can play. Overall, the graphics do look good, performance is okay, as in it's very stable, but lower end PC users, please be aware this is a demanding game. You may need to upgrade or just accept dropping the graphics right down to very low. So cons, okay, serious cons, there are many issues with the audio. The audio's not terrible, it just needs a lot of work. The economy and the career implementation could literally ruin what is otherwise a wonderful game. It has enormous potential and I really hope the devs pay attention to my suggestions. And yes, there are bugs, but this is early access, so as long as nothing serious stops gameplay, then I don't need to mention them at all. But yes, you are going to experience some bugs, most of them logic bugs, but the occasional actual bugs have appeared as well. So, to finish this review, I suppose, I 100% do recommend Seafarer to you. It's an excellent game already. I just hope the devs consider my suggestions and make it 10 times the game it already is. This game's for everyone, but with the career in its current state, sim fans might soon feel frustrated and arcade players will likely complete everything that's on offer at the moment in just a matter of hours, not days. So hopefully there'll be some changes there. I give the game 6 out of 10 for realism, 8 out of 10 for graphics, 4 out of 10 for audio, 8 out of 10 for gameplay, 7 out of 10 for performance and stability. Overall, I think that's 33 out of 50. And the potential is 10 out of 10. This game could be 10 times better, as I may have mentioned before, than it currently is. Please, if you've enjoyed this review, consider leaving me a comment, slapping that like button, and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye for now.
In the heart of the ocean, where the dreams collide, UK reviews take us on a ride. With ultimate realism, we sail the seas. No games are played, just nature's breeze. Educating sailors through every wave. Windshield lifting is the life we crave. Feel the pull of the tide, so true and real. In this nautical dance, let the waters heal. Sailing for real in the arms of the deep. Simulated journeys where the secrets keep. Loyal to the queen under skies so blue. Brewing cups of tea in this life we pursue. Full English breakfast fueling the quest as we navigate waters, feeling truly blessed. With each crash of the wave, we embrace the thrill. Simulating reality, it gives us a chill. True wind in our sails, we ride the swell. Like the stories of sailors we know so well. Educate and simulate, living fearlessly. The spirit of England flows within you and me. Raise the anchor high, let our journey begin. In this soulful escape, the adventure we win. Sailing for real in the arms of the deep. Simulated journeys where the secrets keep. Loyal to the queen under skies so blue. Brewing cups of tea in this life we pursue. Full English breakfast fueling the quest as we navigate waters, feeling truly blessed. Oh, the waves sing our song, harmonies divine. In the rhythm of life, everything aligns. With British spirit soaring, we'll never stray. A nautical simulation, guiding the way. Feel the heat of the sun, let the stars be our guide. In the embrace of the ocean, with nothing to hide. Oh. Sim UK reviews, painting skies so bold. Every tide unraveled, every story told. From the cliffs of Dover to the shores of Bright, our passion ignites like the morning light. With tea in our hands and the wind at our backs, we sail through existence with no need for hacks. Ultimate realism, it's the power